My name is Lisana Zambrano from Radical Partners. Excited to share with you all about your new donor engagement strategy. So how can you go from awareness to a donation as a strategy itself? So when we think about your donation strategy and your donor engagement, you want to take your donors from awareness for them to know about your organization and convert that into your first donation. The way how we're going to be working around this new donor engagement strategy will be going through the funnel of from bringing awareness to build consideration, have engagement with your new donor so that it can convert into a donation itself. And when we merge both of these strategies, the donor engagement model and the funnel model, we came up with what it's called the 7 steps model to build your new donor strategy. So again, going all the way to from building awareness to consideration, engagement, converting all of that into a donation. And we're adding a few steps after the donation because your donor engagement strategy don't end just when the donation happens. You need to consider acknowledgement, documenting, and then start considering how you're going to continue engaging your donors after this new donor has got in contact with your organization. So going into the first step, you want to build awareness. And usually considering the Give Miami Day timeline, which is November 20th, we want to start building awareness about your organization in the months of September. So the first way of how donors get engaged or they know about your organization or nonprofits in general and fundraising opportunities is usually through marketing channels. So this could be emails, direct email, or social media. Sometimes organizations and donors can know about your organization from both personal and professional networks. So either way, you want to make sure that you have a public-facing presence in the case of those new donors want to get to know about your organization itself. So if we think about the presence of these different organizations, when it comes to marketing strategies, you could see that they have some impact numbers reflected within their email campaigns, and also they have a direct call to action. So whenever you're thinking about building your newsletter or your news blast to know about your organization, here are a few tips for you to consider. Also include some pictures about the work that you're doing and some explanation about the impact that you're having as an organization. When it comes to social media strategies and building awareness in social media overall, you want to make sure that you are giving those people getting to know about your organization enough information for them to know about you. So this goes all the way from leveraging your bio, for example, on Instagram, making sure that you share with them what you are all about. So here's where you share about your mission. Here's where you share about the work that you do on a very succinct way. Another few tips for you to build awareness via social media is for you to also have pictures and videos talking about the work that you're doing. There is another strategy that we are bringing up for this Give Miami Day season 2025, which is the Give Miami Day race, Mouths That Matter. So this is going to be a 5K opportunity right before Give Miami Day, the Sunday before, where you will have the opportunity to bring awareness about your organization by leveraging the race as an opportunity for people to know and donate to your organization strategically. So we'll be sharing more information about this webinar on another clip, but we wanted to make sure that you leverage also this opportunity as a new way to engage new donors. Second step, consideration. And we are recommending for you to start building towards this step closer to October, because this is where you want to start engaging your new donors to learn and for them to learn more about the causes that you are working towards. So usually donors can start considering donating to your organization through your website or different communication channels. But for the purpose of Give Miami Day, we want to make sure that we'll focus on your Give Miami Day page and making sure that this is like the strongest one that you have. So when it comes to your Give Miami Day page, you want to make sure that you have an awesome header that reflects the work that you're doing as an organization with different pictures that reflect even the diversity of the communities that you serve. You want to make sure that you have your logo, that you have your name, and whatever you are doing as an organization. Another few tips that you can leverage by building a strong Give Miami-Dade page is for you to have your structure about. So you want to make sure that this portion of your structure about is succinct. It's not super long, but also talks about the work that you're doing. So this could be a combination of your mission, your vision, and a high-level description of your programs, or even what is your call to action as an organization. A few other tips that you can leverage for this page itself is for you to leverage videos and pictures. So you can embed videos within your narrative on your structure about page, but there's also a section at the bottom where you can add pictures as well. This new feature where it is more about like a feature page, here's where you can leverage it to tell more about the story of your organization or the work that you do. Engagement. So you want to start engaging your new donors so they know what you are about, they know about your organization and your mission. So you want to make sure that you are engaging them for them to convert into a donation during Give Miami Day. So usually this happens via sending personalized emails, either through email or direct email. This can also look like that a possible donor has subscribed to your newsletter. So here's where you want to leverage these forms of communication to convert that awareness into a donation. So some examples of these, and you want to make sure that it is relatable to your organization. It's to tell them like, why are they donating for, or what is the benefit of them donating to your organization? Make sure that you highlight out your vision or your mission and how their donation is going to make sense to your organization and how that is going to power your organization itself. So some ideas for you to engage new donors by direct consideration. It's to get the word out through targeted media, rally your board members to ask them to introduce you to another donor or another person that can support your cause. You can tap into staff circle, so you can also encourage every team member of your organization to spread the word about the work that you all are doing. And share it with like 10 friends, right? Connections or anyone that might not be involved within your organization. Finally, we recommend you to find your donor champion. So this could be few generous supporters to match a gift, right? So this is where you can also leverage different matching gifts as a way to maximize your donations. Now, step 4, donation. So this is where you want to make sure that you are making it easier for the future donor to donate to you during Give Miami Day. So this is where the donors make the ultimate decision whether or not they want to donate your organization, and how that donation connects to the trust that they will have with your organization itself. So a few tips of how you can make your donation process easier for the new donors is by building a simple, convenient donation process, and this could happen by creating your inspiring donation menu. So usually the donation menu, how it goes is that you want to create your tier amounts and connect that with the amount of money that will be used for. So with this, you would allow people to feel the joy of giving. So some tips that we recommend for you to have is to create different tiers that respond to your network's financial power and be specific about how that donation supports a specific portion or an activity of your organization. So we recommend for you to use your donation menu wisely. So usually don't want to overload your new donors with a lot of information. You want to give them specific, at least like 6 different donation options for your donation menu. So with this, we have converted all the way from awareness to a donation. But what happens after? So you always want to acknowledge your new donors, whether they donate $25 or they donate $5,000 or $10,000. You want to make sure that you are being grateful to your donors and also sharing what is the impact that they're having with your organization. So don't forget to develop compelling thank you messages and for you to schedule them even during Give Miami Day. So a few examples of this is like, thank you so much for supporting our cause. Your gift has helped us to get one step closer to our fundraiser goal. Or thank you so much for caring about our cause. Our organization is so deeply grateful for your donation, and this will allow us to do X. So want to make sure that your thank you message is compelling to your organization and your mission itself. Finally, between November and December, you want to make sure that you are documenting all of these new donors because donor engagement don't stop by when the donation happens. It starts after Give Miami Day. So if you haven't done so yet, you want to make sure that you build your donor database. And this could be, you can start building this one by downloading your donation records for your Mighty Cause account, which is the Give Miami Day account. So we're gonna leave you below the tip into how to download your database guide and a step-by-step guide into how you can leverage your donation records again to start building your your donors list for the next year. Finally, you want to start measuring, reflecting, and repeat. So consider what are different activities that you created this year that helped or led to a donation, what worked, what didn't. So for this, we'll also be having a specific session just focused on what to do right after Give Miami Day and debriefing. So make sure that you save the date for December 9th. So again, going back to the seven-step model to build your new donor strategy, you want to make sure that you build awareness of your organization by having a very strong presence online. So this is either through social media or via email or even physical mail. Second, you want to make sure that you are having a very robust Give Miami Day profile so that new donors can know what's the work that you're doing, how can they donate to your organization, what they're donating for. Third, when it comes to engagement, you want to have different messages that compel to these donors so that can lead to an actual donation. Remember, on the actual donation, you want to make it easier for the donor to donate to your organization, and you can do this by creating your donation menu. Always remember to acknowledge, to document, and then reflect and think about what donor strategy worked for you or didn't work for you this year so that you can apply it for the next year. So with that, we hope that these strategies would be helpful for you and your new donor engagement campaign. The best of luck for Give Miami Day 2025, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.